Hello, my dear friends. Today I'm talking about Scorpio Decans. And they are Mars, Sun, and Venus, each of them 10 degrees. Scorpio Decan ruled by Mars between 0 and 10 degrees. This is a raw Scorpio intensity. Mars fuels passion, courage, and assertiveness, making these Scorpios fighters, protectors, and survivors. As you know, in traditional astrology, Mars is ruling not only Aries, but also Scorpio. This decan, ruled by Mars, is fierce, driven, and fearless, highly protective of self and loved ones, emotionally intense and deeply committed, quick to act and defend. They need to learn to channel intensity without destroying relationships or oneself, and to not let anger or obsession control main decisions in life. Let's see how the planets are working in this first decan ruled by Mars in Scorpio. Sun in Scorpio expresses identity through intensity, courage, and transformative focus. These natives shine when confronting challenges, mastering hidden knowledge, or guiding profound change. Leadership is magnetic, strategic, and fearless. The challenge is avoiding obsession or power struggles. Mercury in Scorpio communicates with depth, precision, and investigative insight. The mind is analytical, probing, and highly perceptive. These natives excel in research, psychology, investigation, and any field requiring strategic thinking. The challenge is balancing secrecy with necessary openness. Moon in Scorpio seeks emotional fulfillment through intimacy, depth, and emotional transformation. Feelings are intense and private. Emotional satisfaction comes from profound connections, shared vulnerability, and the ability to influence or transform situations. Venus in Scorpio expresses love through passion, loyalty, and transformative relationships. Attraction is magnetic, intense, and often transformative for both partners. Love is deep, committed, and sometimes possessive, with lessons in trust and surrender. Mars is Scorpio. Mars is powerful here and gives very powerful determination, courage, and strategic action. Energy is focused, disciplined, and capable of achieving profound transformation. These people excel at research, leadership, and overcoming obstacles. The challenge is channeling intensity in a good way. Jupiter in Scorpio expands powerful insights, transformative growth, and strategic influence. Opportunities arise through deep understanding, mentorship, and transformative action. Expansion is linked to courage, risk-taking, and mastery of complex systems. Saturn in Scorpio adds discipline, resilience, and strategic patience. Life teaches control, persistence, and the ethical use of power. Challenges involve fear, control issues, or emotional rigidity. Uranus in Scorpio introduces innovative transformation, sudden insights, and revolutionary action. These natives disrupt norms, embrace change, and inspire others through courage and originality. Neptune in Scorpio adds intuitive insights, emotional depth, and visionary transformation. Creativity, psychic sensitivity, and spiritual perception are very high. The challenge is avoiding illusion or emotional entitlement. Pluto in Scorpio is home here, the modern ruler of Scorpio, amplifying transformative power, intense influence, and mastery over hidden realms. These natives can lead profound change, understand human psychology, and regenerative systems or structures. North Node in Scorpio encourages embracing transformation, depth, and emotional courage, moving away from superficiality or avoidance of power dynamics. Ascendant in Scorpio is intense, magnetic, and strategic presence. Descendant in Scorpio partners share depth, courage, and transformative qualities. It's not easy to live with this kind of partners. Midheaven in Scorpio, career in research, investigation, psychology, leadership, or transformation. Imum Coeli in Scorpio, home emphasizes emotional depth, privacy, and transformation. Lot of Fortune in Scorpio, success through courage, strategic action, and transformative influence. The second decan in Scorpio is ruled by Sun. And here Sun adds visibility, authority, and radiance. These Scorpios are natural leaders, commanding presence and respect through confidence and willpower. This decan is ruling between 11 and 20 degrees in Scorpio. And it's charismatic and influential, strategic and authoritative, strong self-confidence, leadership through example and intensity. Need to learn to lead without domination and inspire without intimidation, and to avoid arrogance and over-identification with power. Let's see how the planets are working in this second decan ruled by Sun between 11 and 20 degrees in Scorpio. Sun in Scorpio expresses identity through strategic power, intensity, and transformative leadership. These natives shine when mastering challenges, uncovering hidden truth, or guiding others through change. Leadership is fearless, magnetic, and deeply influential. The challenge is avoiding manipulation or obsession with control. Mercury in Scorpio communicates with precision, depth, and psychological insight. The mind excels in research, strategy, problem solving, and understanding human motives. These natives are persuasive, analytical, and capable of profound investigation. The challenge is balancing secrecy with necessary transparency. Moon in Scorpio seeks emotional fulfillment through intensity, loyalty, and transformative bonds. Feelings are deep, private, and highly connected to trust and emotional influence. Satisfaction comes from navigating emotional depth and forming profound relationships. Venus in Scorpio expresses love through passion, loyalty, and transformative connection. Attraction is intense, magnetic, and often life-changing. Relationships teach lessons about trust, intimacy, and surrender. Commitment and emotional honesty are essential. Mars in Scorpio drives strategic fearless and relentless action. Energy is focused, purposeful, and transformative. These natives excel at achieving goals that require courage, persistence, and insight. The challenge is managing intensity and avoiding destructive tendencies. Jupiter in Scorpio expands transformative understanding, influence, and strategic growth. Opportunities arise through deep knowledge, mentorship, and courageously tackling complex challenges. Expansion is profound, often tied to personal empowerment or leadership. Saturn in Scorpio adds discipline, resilience, and mastery over power. Life lessons involve patience, ethical use of influence, and emotional control. Challenges include fear, control issues, or emotional rigidity. Uranus in Scorpio introduces sudden insights, innovative strategies, and transformative action. These natives challenge norms, embrace change, and lead with originality in intense situations. Neptune in Scorpio adds intuitive depth, visionary insight, and emotional sensitivity, creativity, psychic perception, and spiritual understanding are very good. The challenge is avoiding illusion or emotional entitlement. Pluto in Scorpio, anyway, it's a good position. It's exceptionally strong here, enhancing transformative power, psychological mastery, and profound influence. These natives can drive deep change, understand complex systems, and wield influence wisely. North Node in Scorpio encourages embracing transformation, courage, and emotional depth, moving away from superficiality or avoidance of challenges. Ascendant in Scorpio is magnetic, intense, and strategic. The ascendant in Scorpio, it means that partners are sharing depth, courage, and transformative qualities. Midheaven in Scorpio can give career in psychology, investigation, leadership, or transformational fields. Immanuel in Scorpio, home emphasizes privacy, emotional depth, and transformation. Lot of Fortune in Scorpio, success through strategic courage, transformative action, and profound influence. The third decan of Scorpio is ruled by Venus, between 21 and 30 degrees. Venus softens Scorpio edges, creating alluring, seductive, and relational energy, but also financial energy, because we know that Venus is ruling also relationships, but also money and financial stuff. These Scorpios are emotionally magnetic and excel in intimacy, charm, and deep connection. They are deeply sensual and passionate, emotionally magnetic and charismatic, skilled in love and relational dynamics, seeks intense connection and loyalty. They need to learn to love fully without manipulation or dependency, and do not confuse desire for emotional control with true intimacy. Let's see how planets are working in this decan, ruled by Venus between 21 and 30 degrees in Scorpio. The Sun expresses identity through passionate transformation, magnetic influence, and relational depth. These natives shine when navigating complex emotional landscapes, fostering profound connections, or guiding change. Leadership is charismatic, intense, and persuasive. The challenge is avoiding emotional over-control or possessiveness. Mercury in Scorpio communicates with penetrating insight, strategic thinking, and emotional intelligence. The mind excels at understanding motives, analyzing complex systems, and delivering persuasive messages. These natives are excellent strategists, negotiators, and researchers. The challenge is balancing privacy with openness. Moon in Scorpio seeks emotional security through intimacy, loyalty, and transformational experiences. Feelings run deep, and emotional satisfaction comes from profound relationships and the ability to influence or heal others emotionally. Venus in Scorpio is strong here, expressing magnetic attraction, intense loyalty, and transformative love. Relationships are passionate, committed, and often life-altering. Attraction is psychological, emotional, and deeply magnetic. Love teaches lessons in trust, surrender, and emotional empowerment. Mars in Scorpio drives strategic, focused, and intense action. Energy is purposeful, resilient, and capable of profound transformation. These natives excel in roles requiring courage, investigation, or transformative influence. The challenge is managing intensity in a good way. Jupiter in Scorpio expands transformative insights, powerful influence, and emotional wisdom. Opportunities arise through deep engagement, mentoring, and courageous action. Growth is tied to mastering emotional, psychological, or strategic realms. Saturn in Scorpio adds discipline, resilience, and responsibility, and managing power and emotional depth. Life lessons revolve around patience, ethical influence, and mastering challenges. The challenge is avoiding rigidity or fear-driven control. Uranus in Scorpio introduces sudden transformation, unconventional strategies, and innovative emotional insight. These natives disrupt patterns, embrace change, and bring originality to intense situations. Neptune in Scorpio adds visionary intuition, emotional sensitivity, and spiritual insights. Creativity and empathy guide transformative work. The challenge is balancing idealism with emotional realism. Pluto in Scorpio amplifies profound transformative power, mastery over hidden realms, and intense influence. These natives can lead deep change, understand complex dynamics, and impact others profoundly. North Node in Scorpio encourages embracing emotional depth, transformative relationships, and courage, moving away from superficial or avoidance-based tendencies. Ascendant in Scorpio is intense, magnetic, deeply perceptive presence. Descendant in Scorpio, it means partners, shared depth, passion, and transformative qualities. Midheaven in Scorpio give a career in psychology, especially in couple, solving problems, transformation in partnerships, investigation, or leadership. Emunkweli in Scorpio, home emphasizes emotional depth, privacy, and transformation, especially in the relationship and everything linked with the financial issues in private life. Lot of Fortune in Scorpio gives success through passion, relational insight, and transformative influence. So look in your natal chart and see where do you have Scorpio. And if you have their planets, see in which decans are these planets and how they are working, what kind of aspects are forming, especially main aspects, and if the characteristics of the decans in the Scorpio are putting the mark over the way of working of these planets. I'm waiting your questions and comments down below. Until next time, I wish you all the best. Bye bye.